I'm pretty sure I'm going to ruffle some feathers. I'm pretty sure there are going to be people who say to me, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. And maybe LinkedIn might not like me, but I don't care because I'm absolutely serious about this. My goal is to help you, not to hinder you. So here, let me share with you what I'm thinking. Don't pay for LinkedIn yet. You're not ready. I see it all the time. People go out and they subscribe to Sales Navigator or Business Premium and they tell their boss, oh, this is going to make it all different, make it all better. My book of business will grow. My pipeline will grow. Boss, I'm going to knock it out of the park with these tools. And it doesn't happen. It just doesn't happen because they're not doing the right things. Now, it's not expensive. In the big picture, as a business tool, a Sales Navigator is $80 a month. Business Premium is $45 a month. And yeah, you can get discounts for if you pay annually. And these are actually reasonable costs for these business tools because they are great tools when you're ready. And the challenge is most people who subscribe to Sales Navigator or Business Premium, they're after the bells and whistles, and they haven't got a foundation. They're after the whiz-bang features, and they don't even know how to use the basics yet, and then they fumble with the whiz-bang features. Here's an analogy for you. I love creating wood crafts. I make all kinds of stuff. Snarky signs. I make birdhouses and squirrel houses, and I make bat houses and benches and all kinds of neat things. I love it. And for the last couple years, I've been using my old miter saw, my old table saw, and a hand router, and practicing and experimenting and getting pretty decent at making stuff. And once I got pretty decent, I figured, okay, now it's time for me to go to the next level. So I went out and bought myself a compound miter. I bought myself a really decent compound miter saw, and I discovered that my 90-degree angles are 90 degrees, my 45-degree angles are 45 degrees, and it's a cleaner cut, and I got better. Then I went out and bought myself a new table saw. Bigger table saw, bigger table, made myself a sled to put on it, started experimenting with the sled and experimenting with making jigs, and I got really good at making way better cuts. Then I went out and bought myself a CNC machine. This cost a little bit of money. And I've started experimenting even more with the CNC machine. For over a year, January 2024 is when I bought the CNC machine. And it's, December 2024. And all I've been doing with it for the most part is experimenting. I call it prototyping. I cut out stuff using cheap wood and get good at it with cheap wood. And then I buy expensive wood and I make the final product. My point is, I learned how to create these wood products, these projects with my basic tools. I got the understanding down with the basic tools. I got decent at it with my basic tools before I forked over a bunch of money to buy the bigger and better tools. And now I understand the basics, and I'm using these new tools to make even better things. Back to LinkedIn. If you're not getting results, if you're not getting the right people looking at your LinkedIn profile today, you're not ready for Sales Navigator or Business Premium. If your LinkedIn network is not giving you or creating the opportunity for you to get referrals and the right introductions, you're not ready for Sales Nav or Business Premium. If your engagement on LinkedIn, the activity that you are doing on LinkedIn, that hopefully you're doing on a regular basis and committed to these activities, if it's not creating opportunities for conversations with the right people, you're not ready for Sales Nav or Business Premium. If you've not invested time to learn this tool, to learn the basics of profile and network and engagement and analytics and company pages and search and all the other features of LinkedIn, don't waste money on Sales Navigator or Business Premium. They're great tools. I love them. But I know for a fact that if you are betting that subscribing to these higher end tools is going to create value for you, and you have not mastered the basics, I promise you, you're going to waste money. Master the basics before you go get the new tools.